Welcome back. Well, if you've been scrolling through social media lately, you might have noticed people in white or red t-shirts with the text, "Ovaries, talk about them." This powerful collection is part of a campaign led by Australian designers, Camilla Freeman-Topper and Marc Freeman. They're the duo behind fashion label Camilla and Marc. Have a look at their campaign.
The reality is I'm going to die of this disease way before my time.
So I went and removed my ovaries and fallopian tube to prevent ovarian cancer. 4 years later, I get stage 4 ovarian cancer.
I remember asking my surgeon, will it affect me beating this if it had been caught back then, and he said yes.
Our life is so beautiful, our family is so beautiful, our love for each other is so beautiful that it's such a loss. It's such a huge loss.
And you can have a look at those full emotional stories on the Camilla and Marc Instagram page. Now, that emotional campaign is aiming to shed light on the amazing feat, the research by the University of New South Wales Gynecological Cancer Research Group. It's recently reached a major milestone in their goal to develop an early detection test for ovarian cancer. This is a heartbreaking but important cause. And I'm pleased to say I'm joined now by Marc Freeman. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Dad.
Now, the stories in those videos are just so emotional, so gut-wrenching. Mothers and young women fighting for their lives, fighting to survive this ovarian cancer. Why is the detection so difficult? You know, it's often found when it's just too late for women to live.
Yeah, unfortunately, ovarian cancer is most often found in stage 3 or 4. And at that time, it's very hard to do anything about. So, you know, after doing a lot of research and wanting to get behind it, we've found that early detection is the place that we think is most important. And the reality is, if you can get it early, if you can find it in stage 1, the chances and the life expectancy now shoots up to 90%, similar to breast cancer, say. So that's why it's so important.
And there has been some groundbreaking research from Australia on this front. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so amazing scientists at the University of New South Wales have found a 3-signature test, which is basically using DNA biomarkers, which detects traces of cancer early. So it's now about doing more testing on this, and it's an amazing world first.
A blood test, effectively?
At the moment, it's detecting DNA biomarkers. The dream is for it to be more sensitive and for it to become a blood test, which you'd get at your GP. So a regular blood test would therefore be able to detect ovarian cancer early.
And so that's the goal of
the
research that you're fundraising for?
Correct, yeah.
And how far off do you think that is?
So we've been supporting this important cause for the last 4 years. When we originally sat down with the scientist, we set about a plan to accelerate this. This is something that's barely changed in 30 years. So
30 years?
The statistics have barely changed in 30 years. So we set about a goal of trying to get this to clinical trials within 6 years. We're 4 years through this process. Got another 2 years to go, and we're on track with this great new finding.
That's amazing. Look, if it's not too hard for you to speak about, can you share why this particular cause is so personal to you and your sister?
Yeah, so unfortunately our mother passed away when my sister and I was 13 and my sister was 11. She was 42 years of age, and that was over 30 years ago. And like I said earlier, the statistics have barely changed in that time. So now that our business is established, and we wanted to use our platform for something good, for really trying to change the outcomes in science.
Yeah. So if people are watching this and they want to help, what's the best way to donate?
So we've designed merchandise, which you can buy at camillaandmarc.com.
Those are the T-shirts that the celebrities are wearing online? That's
right, with the catchphrase, "Ovary, talk about them." It's about creating a conversation so people both educate themselves on this cancer, and 100% of proceeds go directly to medical research, or alternatively, you can make a donation.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on this powerful campaign. It's going to make a difference absolutely in the lives of women and mothers. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.